Welcome to Northampton International Raceway at its first race meeting of the season. It's a stonkingly cold evening. I don't know why anybody is here, but there's a good turnout of cars. But there's one person missing, which is Jonathan Abbott. Apparently, I'm asked to stand in for Jonathan Abbott because he's too important to be here. Something to do with the wedding. But anyway, I'm really looking forward to a good evening of racing, and it's good to speak to you. And we'll talk to some of the drivers right now.
Still leads the way as we go on. Trying to recover down there. Sergeant out on the 326 as well. Marlin between.
Okay, so Sam, wow, look at that. First race of the night, first Northampton. How did that go for you?
It was right enough. It was a surprise for me. So, like I said to Jonathan last week, I don't usually get on with Northampton, and it went well for me. So,
Jonathan, yeah. Who's Jonathan?
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, and
throwing a sickie.
Throwing a sickie, indeed. So you've been doing a little bit of winning already, I believe.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, we had bad luck last week, so we wanted another last week, but it didn't go to plan. So
right.
Yeah, Kings Lynn went well for us, so tried to continue that form today.
And what changed? Do you make change between King? I mean, it's two shale tracks.
Not really. We did the diff last week at Odsall, but we're going to change the gears anyway. So it's completely different gearing for us today. Just try a bit more revs to try and pull off the corner on a tighter track.
Because the tighter bends here.
Yeah.
Whereas Bradford's got the big
although
wide
to be
bend.
fair, the modifications make it gives you a lot more confidence because it's not as narrow on the corners. So,
for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
So,
and do you know why you diff let go?
Wear and tear. It's just one of them things. It's never been. It's been in the car since it was done. I don't know.
Oil changes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it just does it.
It's one of them things, isn't it?
And where do you get a diff from? How do you go and get a diff?
I robbed one off Austin Moore.
Okay, and how much did that cost you? That's a good question.
I don't know. You'd have to ask Dad.
Special favours.
Yeah. So he went up for giving it me, but we got him one as a replacement off Dad's Kitson. So yeah, I got one as a spare as well.
Oh, happy days. Yeah. Are you buzzing?
Well, I think so. We'll see after final. So yeah, as long as the car goes on the trailer in one piece, that's me happy. Is
the car going on the trailer in one piece more important than you going in the car in one piece?
Well, it's a bit of both, isn't it?
Bit of both.
Yeah. If I'm not in one piece, that's probably not going to be in one piece, is it? So,
and is the top going to stay yellow for long?
With a bit of luck, no, it's already brown, isn't it?
Well, get washing then, stop talking.
No. We'll save that for tomorrow.
Lovely to talk to you, Sam. Thanks for your time.
No worries.
All right. Callum Gill, what are you doing here? Are you having a good time?
No, not really.
Oh, but you're kind enough to talk to us nonetheless.
Yeah, well, got to get it out there a little bit, but I've never had any luck around here.
Right.
And Heat 1 has just proved that is a no.
And what are the problems we're facing now?
It just had to just turn and couldn't get on the power, couldn't get no grip, so we've changed a few things and try again, but it's always had problems here, I don't know why.
So
even with the old car.
So when you say it, tell me what you're feeling in the race car, tell me what's going on.
It just got no drive at all, everyone's just catching up with you and nudging you wide.
So it's traction out of the bends?
Yeah, it's just so loose, it's just spinning, it just can't do nothing with it. So that's why I just sat wide and just let people through and just plod round to the finish.
And so now the idea is presumably a little bit more weight on the back of the car,
yeah,
perhaps?
we'd change a few things and try again. This is only my third time here.
Yep.
So, but I haven't had any luck any other time, so I ain't gonna think I ain't got any positives for today at all.
Well, the positives are you're here and it's the first race meeting, and you're in a good position to hopefully get some improvement this time around. How is it? How is the car and generally? Is it? I mean, Ryan Harrison hasn't got much of a clue about building cars, but this one actually looks quite good.
No, the start of the year was a big shock to us, really. We started off with a couple of bad races at Kingston when it was wet.
Yep.
We got completely different there. Couldn't get the car to turn at all. Had too much push.
Yep.
but then we went out and won the Grand National, and then we went to Bradford last week, got second in the first heat, won the next heat, and then a puncture and some broken parts in the Grand National, but that's racing, isn't it? So we thought we'd try again today, and yeah, I'll wish I stayed at home.
No, don't say that. Tell me one more thing. Do you refer to Ryan quite a lot? Do you sort of talk to him and say, had this, had that, and or
yeah,
or
he's been on the phone before the meeting. He's been on the phone after this race. He gets Jake to live stream it so he can watch. Like, I can't thank him enough for everything he does.
Oh, that's nice.
He wants his cars to do well, doesn't he?
He does. I think I've got.
Especially this car. This car's won absolutely everything.
Which one is this?
This is the one he won the British with. His old car from last year.
Okay, so I haven't raced this car, which is one of the few Harrisons that I haven't raced.
Yeah, so that's Ryan's old car, so he wants to see it do well.
And do you feel pressure from that?
Not really, no. It is a little bit, I suppose. So the car's gone and won absolutely everything.
Yes.
And go to Kings Lynn and can win all three from the back, and I struggle to win from yellow. But he's been in the game so long and so clued up, and it's just all new to us.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a big, steep learning curve. Well, Luke, I hope we'll have a little look at the next race and see what your traction's like at the bends. And see
we'll give it a go. I ain't promising nothing, but we'll try. We'll try.
Best of luck to you.
Thanks very much.
And
Thank
you.
you. Thank you.
On the far side, 373 just holding it as he comes out the turn. And Jack Wilson is building good the number 172.
Okay, so Kyle Gray, here we are, 1, 2, 4. It's looking nice and clean and tidy, but so far today, not quite the results you're looking for?
First race we got 9th. We're just trying different things with the car. That last race we finally got somewhere near with the setup with the car. But then the manifold bolts, one of them come loose, which is why it sounded like a bag of nails. But
okay, sounded like a bag of what?
Nails.
Nails, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so it's all sorted now. So.
And so whose responsibility is that? Who's in charge of putting manifold bolts on?
Dad.
Okay, so it's
Not
Dad's
me.
fault.
Yeah, not me.
You'd think he'd know by now, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
And what's your season been like? How's it gone so far for you?
Just unlucky, really.
Right.
Kings Lynn, we had the speed.
Yep.
But we had a misfire. So we checked everything, replaced the coil, replaced the battery, and then this morning we put the battery on and we found there was a wire that had chafed through on a bit of metal, so it was obviously arcing out, which is why it was, but you don't know until you look.
No, I remember being at Venray and out for the that massive final thing, and pressing every time I pressed the clutch on the rolling lap, the car cut out, and it was exactly the same piece of wire chafing, and you'd search forever.
Like a needle in a haystack.
It's a needle in a haystack, absolutely. So, good hopes for the final?
We'll have a go. I've forked out, I've put a new tyre on it, so...
No money bags!
I'll crash now without putting a new tyre on it.
And finally, people call you Kylie. Is there any reason that happens?
I don't
is
know. I think because I've got a bit of pink on my car.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
My feminine side, I think.
Well, it's quite a big side. Listen, good to see you and good to speak to you, Kyle.
No worries.
Always a pleasure.
Cheers.
Good luck, mate.
Cheers, mate.
All right. Cheers. Okay, so we've managed to find our way to Sam Makin 93, and Sam, how has your evening been so far?
Well, it took us 7 hours to get here, so we missed heat 1, but that was all right. It just seems a bit of a tricky track, but it's quite fun to be fair. So
You've had to you've only done one of the 2 heats, have you?
yeah, I've only done one. Yeah,
Okay.
we were a little bit late. It weren't for lack of trying, but we were just a little bit late.
And what was the hold-up?
Crashed on the M6. So.
Okay, so diverted off.
Yeah, well, we just sat there for 2 hours.
Okay, have you got lavatory facilities on the coach?
Got a bottle in front of the cab,
That's not what I asked, is it?
but well, there are some in the back, but not in the front.
Anyway,
so.
enough about that. What about why didn't you win heat 1? Heat 2.
Why didn't I win heat 2? I just wasn't fast enough.
Okay, why weren't you fast enough? Because you're always fast everywhere you go.
Just get it's the first time we've been here this year. I think they've done a lot of work on the track, haven't they? So
Okay.
it's a bit different to last year.
It's different for everybody, that's not an excuse.
Everyone else has had another races practice as well, haven't they?
Okay.
So that's my excuse.
And did you fit, was the car, what change will you make to the car to make it perform better?
Probably put some new rubber on the right rear.
Yeah.
That'll be about it really. Just try and keep it the same.
Yeah.
Just change tyres, just get used to it. Hopefully have a bit more of an idea in the Grand National, and then and then we'll start changing things next time we come back, I think.
Okay, so this is more of a kind of for the rest of the season sort of a thing.
Yeah, we're not the most knowledgeable, I'll be honest. We sometimes just have a bit of a guess.
Is that true? Is that true? She says yeah.
We'll just see how we
Is
go.
this your partner?
Yeah.
What's your partner's name?
Georgina.
Would you like to see Georgina, everybody? This is Georgina.
She's got the burgers
This is
in.
Sam. She's got the burgers in.
She's there
Is that one for me and one for you?
I think she might kill you.
I was talking about the burgers,
Oh,
by the way.
I think she'll kill you. I think she'll kill you if you take her food.
Listen, best of luck for you in the final. I hope
Thank
it
you
goes
very
well,
much.
mate. All right, cheers, Sam.
Thank you.
So, I don't think you need any introduction. You're Tom Harris, 83, is that right?
83.5.
83.5, always one just
Yeah.
that little nibble off. Did you blow the opposition away, Tom?
Not really. Oh, to be honest, I had a good start, and I hit a parked car in the first race, so I had a lot of making up to do, didn't I? So
You did.
After the stoppage, I thought I'd better get going because see Matt was behind me, and then I looked up and I was like, well, where's he gone?
Yeah, but before we even got to the heart, that long stoppage, you'd already gapped everybody quite a bit. So what's going on? Why is the car so good around here at the moment? Because everybody else is off that money at the moment.
I don't really know. I don't think it's so much the car's not really any different to what it was last year. I think it's more the fact that I've just come back from America.
Yes.
And I'm going 100 mile an hour slower now than I was, you know, 6 weeks ago.
Yes.
I do think that's the biggest difference.
Yeah, it puts you in a different kind of mindset completely.
Slows everything down, and you know where these are lifting, you can just trying to control the car with your feet, not the steering wheel, and then if the wheels are pointing forwards, you're going to go faster, aren't you? So
That tends to be the case, although in this game it's going to certainly in Heat 1.
yeah, it doesn't always well like that,
No.
but yeah.
Now, it was a big hit in Heat 1, and you've got to say, I mean, hitting a stationary vehicle, we all know what it's like being on the receiving end of that. Did you get a whack off that as well, did it?
Not really, no. I was more driving out of frustration then because Craig hit me in the side rail and
Indeed.
it knocked the ignition switch off. So it wasn't.
I
in fact, it
saw
was
you were a
big hit.
long time getting going again.
Yeah,
weren't
and it
you?
wouldn't start, and I was trying to press the button, and I couldn't figure out why it wouldn't fire. And then I looked down, and I was like, oh, man.
There we go.
Yeah,
There's
there we
the
go.
answer
That's
there.
why it stopped. But yeah, so then I was trying to make up time, and you know, there's only a certain amount of time you can make on a track this size.
But
so,
you got into the point, you got into places in that
yeah,
race, and then you blew it.
I went up the inside of the cars, and then I thought, oh, parked car. I didn't pass it like 10 times, and then so I backed off, and then when I backed off, someone else collected me, and then that was it. It was game over.
It's a bit of a bugger. Now, just very briefly, America. How was that? And
Yeah, it's
are you
fantastic.
positive? Really?
Fantastic. Yeah, my ambition was to go there and make every feature.
Yes.
And I managed to do that, like straight out of the box. Got into Volusia, and I was comfortable pretty much straight away. I just need to. It's just track time really. I need to learn to adjust my shocks and that more. Get the car tied down. When it loses its fuel load, I get too stuck. And going at those speeds, it's
You've got the memory of this is what the car's like. It's full of gas. Suddenly, it's a different vehicle.
when it loses 15 gallons of fuel and it starts to get up on the rear end, it gets really tippy.
Yeah.
And like it takes me too long to get my shocks tied
Yes.
down to get it sat back down, and then by the time I've got my shocks tied down, everyone else goes to the bottom, then you have to untie everything again to get the car lean over. So yeah, it's just experience and track craft really.
When next are you out there?
June.
June. And last thing, it's starting to, no, two questions actually. It's starting to spit, so you're going to make any changes now?
If you think this is spitting, I don't know where you come from. I'm looking at the lights
Proper
of there.
racing,
Yeah,
proper
it's-
racing.
yeah, I think it's going to be. We've been expecting Elmy all day, and we kind of knew it was going to come at some point. So it's the same for everybody. We just have to hold on and see what we can do.
And you know that now I'm racing circuits, so will we ever see you in a, would you like to come and have a little play in a Radical at some point?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've obviously my uncle Stephen. You know him quite well.
Of course.
He's got one of those, I can't remember what it's called now, those Fandango things with turbo and
I
all
know
that.
the one.
Yeah. And he keeps egging me on to go that. The biggest problem is if I crash it, I couldn't afford to buy a front splitter, let alone fix it.
Tell me about
And
that.
me being me, I wouldn't be happy unless it was on the edge of being out of control.
We had a lad testing our spare car at Silverstone last week, and with 10 minutes to go, he had an instructor in the car. It wasn't me, different instructor in the car. 10 minutes to go, put it in the wall, wrote it off. Don't even go there with the figures. It was just nasty. It was really
That's the problem. When I get whatever I get in, I have to drive the wheels off. Whether it be a stock car, a midget, a sprint car, whatever I get in, I have to drive the wheels off it.
Sure.
And I'm always like on the edge of being in control, out of control, because you have to find your limits and your boundaries that way. And I believe that if I got in that, then I would crash.
I love the idea of you having boundaries. I've never seen those boundaries in my experience with you, Tom.
Just go until you're about to crash, and then back up a little bit.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, listen. Best of luck to the
Thank you very
final,
much.
mate, and go and have great fun. Be
Will do.
careful.
See you later. Thank
All
you.
right, cheers.
Well back on that. Rick Mead, Scotland, from Raw, from corners, 55, from back.
Really interviewing somebody who almost needs no introduction at all. Number 16, Matt Newson. Matt, P2 in that race.
Yeah, that's been my sort of spot for the night, really.
It seems to be, doesn't it?
Yeah, to be after about, I think it was about 8 laps, and I really give it to it. And we were sort of hanging in there with Tom. Then he got away, and I said to my dad in the end, I just backed off. I could see a crash coming or a tyre coming off the rim, and I was never going to catch him. So I kind of settled for second, but I wasn't even in his league, to be honest.
He is going quite well today, I have to say. But then again, you're perhaps best of the rest, still?
Yeah, I would say so. I think I've had a third and 2 seconds now, so it's about where I've been for the night. So.
A few little niggles with Craig, who's a bit feisty tonight.
Yeah, to be fair, Craig's quick. I don't know what's up with his car. It sort of broke down every race, but he's always there or thereabouts, and we're like really close on speed, so we're always together. But it's been good racing. It's fair and what we like, isn't it?
I believe he's had a gearbox at some point.
Right,
That's what I hear on the grapevine.
I know he missed the race. race and it broke down then, so he's obviously got some sort of issue.
How do you manage to get on top of this? You're running, what is it, just 2 cars?
3 today, only 3. Easy day. Yeah.
You can go a little sit down.
I should do, really.
Is there much to do with those?
No, to be fair, James has had a mega lot. I think he's had.
He was going.
I think he's had 3/5 or something. He's been really well. Mickey's been well. Obviously, it's Mickey's first go, so it's a bit of a learning curve. But I watched him when he was in front of me, and I thought he had real good pace. So hopefully, he get him out of the national, get some more laps under his belt. And
I thought he looked really good on the track. And I'd like to talk to Mickey in a bit. But Matt, I think you do an incredible job. You're a credit to the sport.
Thank you very much.
I really hope you do well in the national, mate. I hope it picks up a bit for you.
Thank you very much.
All right, cheers, Matt. Okay, so Sam, the final, and you were absolutely flying. I think you were gone. I thought the race was yours.
Well, I didn't have a clue where I was, to be honest. I've tried to straighten my mirror up before I went out and broke it, and I guess that was my bad luck.
I thought nobody uses mirrors. So what's all that about?
Well, you just, ever since racing F2s, I've never really used them just for, being scared and pulling over and stuff like that. But we just stay in way. It's easy to stay in way. Make a nuisance of yourself, but it's just good to know sort of where people are, who's coming.
It is.
Yeah, you might alter your style just to give them a flatter bumper, and you know what I mean. So it's I want to be fair with them top boys that are coming through chasing me. They're
the ones that have to chase you.
Well, I want them to I want to follow them. So you know what I mean. I'm not going to pull over for anybody. Don't get me wrong, but like I say, you just want to know where they are to ready yourself, sort of thing.
So people watching this will be wondering why I'm interviewing you twice on one night. So why have I come to interview you a second time? Why did you not win that race?
It's because we felt like we were having a good race, and then the diff blew again.
The what did?
The diff.
What did we talk about in the previous interview?
The diff, did we?
The diff, we did.
Exactly,
we had a problem with the diff in a previous meeting.
Yeah, well, we spun the diff up, stripped the spline, everything, crown wheel, all that sort of stuff at Odsal. On first lap on my first heat, not the whites and yellows.
Yes.
And then we've come here today and it's gone again.
So what's our thought process there? What's going on?
I think we need a stronger diff.
Do we think we might? Is it a spool diff on this?
Ours is transit. So,
a transit, is it?
Yeah.
And
so
do you might have a little bend in the axle or something? Something's not in line.
Possible, but you like I say, it felt to be absolutely flying. So I wouldn't have thought there'd be any friction anywhere and stuff like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's
one of them things. We might have done some damage in the first heat because Craig got us a good one earlier on in the first heat.
I did notice
so,
that.
Yeah. So and then of course that translated into the second heat. Turned out we had a shotgun. So I went into the first corner, slipped off the brake pedal, and the shock came off.
Come on.
Stock cars. Well, I hate that term, but it's
I
stock
hate that
cars.
term too. Jonathan uses it all the time. But, well, listen, I'm really gutted for you. It's no fun, and particularly as you're going so well. But let's hope. Where is your next meeting?
It'll have to be Sheffield now.
It'll have to be Sheffield now. Get that show going again.
Dad wants to go to Sheffield, but it just depends on staff at home. So we've cows to milk and milk to deliver. So
how many cows are you milking?
At the minute we milk about 100, something like that.
That's a hefty job. That is.
Yeah, but is it Sunday or Monday Sheffield? Sunday.
Is it Sunday, Monday Sheffield? Everybody in there will know and be going, it's
Sunday. But if it's Sunday, I'll be up at 2 o'clock Monday morning. So it's one of them things. We definitely don't want no damage around Sheffield. But
definitely not.
Yeah, we'll sport York stocks if we can, and we'll try and be there.
That's great of you. Listen, best of luck next time you're out, and I hope that's not too much of a problem for you.
No, hopefully not. I'm sure Lee will get it sorted for us. He's a good man. So. Yeah.
All right, cheers. Thanks again for your time, Sam.
No worries.
Right. So I've managed to find my way around to Mark Woodall as 335, who did quite well in the final.
Yeah, not too bad, was it, really? Yeah, we managed the top 3. Pleased with that. We got a good start and a bit fortunate, I think, with a few probably going out, but you just got to be there.
But you had some pace.
We did. We had good pace. But just kept maintained it and managed to keep out of trouble.
What was your place in the heat?
I think I've had 2-6.
I think that's right, isn't it? Yeah. Why aren't you P5 and P4? What's holding you back in the car?
I don't know. I think there's just real good competition out there.
There is really. It's a very strong field.
You get up there, but if you just get knocked back a bit, lose it. I lost the place on the second one, I think, on the restart from Callum.
Yes.
But it was like before the restart, I was in front, and then he got past, and we were pretty much the same pace. But it's just the way it is, really. Just probably ain't quite got enough power to get up the front there, but we keep trying.
Ian Higgins used to say to me that Blue Top was the worst place to be. What's your take on it?
It is tough, yeah, because obviously it's yellows at something. They all go, but they're all good cars now. I mean, it is. Yeah, blue it is. I mean, you get a bit of an head start though from the Reds. I mean, when you're back at the Reds, it's tough, and I've been there, and it is tough. But yeah, well, but
you've come sort of like the filler in the sandwich of the blue, aren't
sort of. I think we're probably not racing all the meetings. We just sort of stick to the shale, not everyone, but you've got to score good to try and maintain in the grade, and we seem to be sort of in the blues. It's where we seem to be, but wherever really, I'll start wherever. It's one of them.
As long as it's out on that racetrack.
I've been racing long enough to it's just wherever. Really.
When did you start, Mark? Because I think
F1.
Yeah.
2000.
So yeah, I think you were just.
I had one go in '99.
Yes.
As a bit of a trial, and that was it. Then we converted from F2 and started F1. So yeah, it's been good.
And where next are you? When is your next outing?
I think we'll be Kings Lynn now.
Right.
I think we'll be missing Sheffield.
Why are you missing Sheffield?
My lad's going to be out in his F2 Good Friday. Plenty of things on. It's just been like we've been 3 weeks now on the bounce.
Yes.
Could do with probably just going to miss Sheffield and then concentrate ready for Kings Lynn qualifier, and then the week after that's Mildenhall and here qualifiers. So want to do the qualifiers and see how we go.
I really, really wish you the best. It's great to see you. It's a long time since I've probably had a chat with you, and I wish you the best of luck for the forthcoming meetings. Cheers, Mark.
Thanks.
Okay, so here we are with Mickey Randall, 172. Mickey, how was it for you out there?
Well, I've only been back at it on the shale for about a year, so I'm finding it difficult, but yeah, I'll keep trying.
Why have you had the break from shale? Because you can drive anything.
Well, I won't go that far.
I would.
I mean, it was a long time ago. We packed up because we couldn't do both, so we had to make a choice, and
that's financially.
And we went to tarmac. We got less cleaning, less general.
I know that.
Knocking it around every meeting. So we made the choice to go with tarmac. Decided I wanted to have a different engine for my tar car, and ended up buying a car instead and still running the same tarmac engine I had. So we've ended up on both surfaces, and we'll just see how we get on with it.
And it seems that you've been around for a while. Why weren't you? I mean, you did actually do quite well at points tonight, but at other times it seemed you were struggling. You weren't quite on top of it.
Yeah, we've had a bit of a cough and a splutter, and on that last one it cut out. Keep trying bits, unless I go out on track. It's not like tarmac.
You don't
get any practice, so.
So what are you feeling? Where's it coming? Is it coming out the bends? Is it mid?
Well, the cutting out was as I went into the corner. I went to put my foot back in, and it coughs, it splutters. The time you come in on the straight and it's starting to go, you're fishtailing because it's all kicked in and off.
You can't do it, and you can't. Where's the one time you can't have a cough and a splutter?
No. When
you come in on the gas.
No. So there's a bit of experience, I suppose. Doesn't help.
Yeah. So where next are you?
Skegness.
Speed weekend.
Yes, we'll be there.
Brilliant. Do you know that you there's a picture of me and you on my wall in my study. Do you know that? It's a true story. I think it's a Hednesford round where I was in a Ryan car. In fact, I might have won that, and I don't think you did.
I remember you moving over to the rumble strips, if I remember, and me thinking, "Where's he going?" And before I know it, Michael Scribbins had me.
And as
we both didn't get anywhere.
Do you know it was my diff that let go that day? I swear,
Sure
don't be so rude.
It got you around the corner.
Not the last one.
Yeah, you pulled over, and I thought, "What's going on?" And in that second, I'd shut off slightly and thought, "What's going on?" And before I know it, Michael Scribbins just plowed us in. But I'd have done the same, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen, Mickey, it's really lovely to see you, and it's you're a really good stock car driver, and I really hope that you continue to do well. It'd be great.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank
Mickey.
you.
Cheers, love. So here we are at the end of a really great night of racing at Northampton International Raceway. I've had a real gas standing in for Jonathan, and of course I'll never really be able to hold a candle to his dizzy stars, but what always strikes me, and I think strikes most of the people who come racing, is this sense of family, a sense of togetherness. And you walk around the pits, you talk to drivers like we have tonight. It's been absolutely brilliant. So great to be back. I feel privileged to be in this position, and I hope you guys watching this will come to the next stock car race and enjoy it as much as I have tonight. This is Roger Bromiley, X number 14, thanking you for watching. See you next time.